Hello, everybody. Welcome back. And I'm gonna try to do a playthrough on Set Sails for Glory, game by Berserker Games, designed by Eric von Rossing. During the height of sailing ships, you're playing as a English officer trying to make your way up through the ranks, and I'm going to create said player officer and see how far we can get through on this playoff. I have made quite a few aids for this. I put a lot of things into the Vassal module. I will turn the Vassal module over to Eric for uh, approval soon. Though the Vassal module will not have this extension with it. You will not get the rules and charts. Sorry to disappoint you on that, but that's just the way it is. We don't give away free games. I will put as much as I can into the module to make sure it plays easy for you and helps you um, with the game. Because I know a lot of guys don't like to put the effort into print and play. So with at least with the Vassal module, you can play the game with your charts off to the side. Um, so anyway, we're going to start out. First off, I did make it so that you can place your um, officer's name. So me personally, I go online and look for a nice old English um, character name site. Look for a male, generate names, and whatever kind of. I'll go with old Presley Wood. That looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to right click up here. I'm going to put Presley Wood in there, and we now have a officer in training. Now, next thing we're going to do is assign the 10 attributes. The rank and the stamina will follow social status. Rank follows social status. Stamina is determined by strength. Once I know my stamina, I will reset that. I like to use the tens personally on gunnery because that comes up a lot and it helps keep you alive out on the ocean. And I also like to use leadership because that comes up an awful lot. Those two are set there. Um, Sorry about that, guys. D8s. Definitely like to use strength. And as you see, that sets my stamina. So now I can set the adjustable stamina there. Now I know what my stamina cap is. I like my integrity to be 8. That comes in handy sometimes. I like my seamanship to be 8. You're going to need that to stay alive out on the ocean also. And then shooting. I like shooting to be 8. And usually with those 8s, I can get away with the rest of them being 6s. Wit, not too concerned with that yet. Social status, you actually even have a chance on the first roll if you can roll box guards to get a promotion right away. So I don't waste the initial dice roll on social status, as that's going to as I'm pretty sure you can within the first decent amount of turns you can pick up a rank. I would rather stay alive. Fighting, um, usually leadership and shooting can pick up the slack of fighting, and then rigging doesn't show up a whole lot, but when it does, yeah, it usually hurts. But rigging, leadership can be there to help pick up the slack on that one also. So basically, then we are set up for to play this campaign. Um, we have not yet been assigned a boat or a ship. I made this up to kind of help me not forget things because I used to get confused right here on these 5. You can only choose one of them, and then it helps me visualize going through it so I can pick things up a little bit better. I also updated, you guys will not get these, but I do have my charts in here. So I think I have everything in here that's going to be needed to play this. So there we have it. First off, the healing phase, we are not We are not injured or anything, so that's don't need to do that. Promotion check. Promotion checks. We are a midshipman. This here I gotta ask Eric about that bonus right there, because I'm really not too sure on that one. Promotion requirement though to get the third lieutenant is 12 plus. So this is what I'm talking about. I rolled a 6, so I'm not going to get it yet. That's all right. Roll for port event. We are a port event, so we're going to go in anchored in port. We're going to roll a D10. I mean a D12, and we are midshipmen, so we get a +0 on that. That's a 7. Shipboard life. Roll once on the shipboard life, which we don't have a ship, so I'll probably not going to do that because we don't have a ship to be assigned anything on. So we're going to go ahead and skip that one. Our port action, because we do not have a ship, we're going to determine our posting and our ship assignment. I'll be right back. Actually, while I was off screen looking at this, you're not actually given a chance to do anything but put a D6 on social status anyway. So you need to start out as a midshipman. I do put 4 of them up there, but just do it the way I did it. Determining ship posting. We are midshipmen. We're going to roll a D12. 4. Be on a 5th rate frigate. So we're going to come over to the ships. We're going to get a 5th rate frigate, which is not very great. We're going to first and foremost set up the crew. Got 23 out of 24, so that was a good roll. We are not captains, so we will draw a captain. And assigning ships captains, we go down here. We look at 5th rate frigate. We're looking at a commander. So we're going to draw a commander out of the British commander deck, and that's going to be our guy. Actually, I'll probably just leave him there so I can grab him easy enough and move all them around when I need to. Our captain, good seamanship. Not the very greatest leadership. Good, decent gunnery. Good, good fighting. Not fighting. Good shooting and decent fighting. So, and he is a decent, actually low for a commander. Stamina. So we've got our ship set up. Now we're going to get a ship assignment because we just got promoted and we have no assignment. So we will be getting a ship assignment. And of course, we're going to roll for a sea assignment. You don't even need to roll the dice when you're in Portsmouth, which is where you start out. So we're going to go to the sea actions. And over here, whenever you're playing in Vassal and you don't see the menu on the side like this, but you do see this kind of grade border there, pull it out. For some reason, it likes to get hidden on a lot of them. There's usually a menu hidden in there. See assignments. We're going to go ahead and we are on a 5th rate frigates. So we're going to be checking the frigates line. We're going to roll a D12. We roll a 5. We're going to have dispatches or escort VIP. Going to go with the doesn't really matter. I'm going to go with dispatches on this one. And again, I have those on the captains. So we're just going to go in here, look for deliver dispatches, pull that one out. We're going to roll for a random port assignment. We rolled a double 6. We have a 4 and a 5. We come down here and we look for the port, and it's 4 and 5. Get rid of all this extra crap there. And 4-5 is probably going to be over this way, Athens. So we're going to go ahead and put the deliver dispatches in Athens. We got a long way to go. Back to our sequence of play. That's all we can do in port actions because we did our 1 out of 5 here. Next, we go to C actions. If your ship has received an assignment and is on its underway side, well, we can't do that because we're not able to go underway because we just determined ship posting and everything. So we got to go back up now to the healing phase, which means we turn a turn on the turn track and we start all over. We don't need healing because our stamina is at 6. We will roll for a promotion check, but again, that's going to be boxcars because we got no merit, and we got a 10, so we don't get anything there. We roll for a port event. We do have a ship, so we can pay attention to all of them now. Go ahead and bring over a port event. Port event, we roll a d12. We are a midshipman, so that's a 0. 5 is going to be gather provisions, roll in the provisions chart. So we're going to go here down here to gather provisions chart. We're going to roll our leadership, and I'm going to keep this open too so we can see it. We're rolling for leadership and for integrity. Our leadership is the D10, so we're going to roll the leadership first. We're rolling a D10. That gives me an 8. That's going to be 2 successes, and we're going to add that to our integrity successes, which is the D8. We get a 5, which is another success, so that's 3 successes. This is the heart of the system right here, successes. You're rolling each individual dice. You're not adding them together. You are taking each one and then coming up with successes. So we got 3 successes, and as a midshipman, 3 successes gets me abundant provisions. Add 2 merit. So we go to increase and increase. We got 2 merit points, and we restore 3 cannon or crew. We don't have any cannon down, so we can restore some crew. And best we can do is 24. So we can replenish 1, gain crew. And that's going to be it. That's the max we can do. So we go back then to our game turn sequence. We got 1 port action we can do. We don't need to send out a gang because we have a full crew. We don't need to conduct repairs because we don't have any repairs needed. We're not in prison, so we're not going to do that one. We already have a ship assignment. So all we're going to need to do is set sails, and we're going to go put our underway on. Because we go underway, we now have an assignment, and we're underway. So we're going to move our ship towards our destination now. Now to move the ship, go to the move ship actions. C actions, ship movement right here. And we're going to roll a d6 and we're going to add to that the ship speed. And the ship speed is this +4 down here on listed under the ships. And that is a 4. We roll a 3. We get +4 is 7. Under 7 to 9, we have 3 movement points or movement actions. And we're going to put them. I want to make sure that I understand the movement actions correctly before I give away some bad information. So I've been using them as spaces, but you know what? It wouldn't be a bad time to read the rules just to make sure. Movement actions. Movement actions include way anchor, flipping your ship status counter to the underway side. Move your ship status. I thought that was part of set sails. Maybe it's not. We'll have to watch that. That's an action you're going to be doing, so that's kind of combining these two. Way anchor. Move the ship status counter 1 hex and drop anchor. Okay, so I was doing it right. Just the only thing I had gotten wrong was it takes a point to go to actually flip this over. So we're going to go 2 down to here, and I'd like to keep the player with it so I can keep that die roll success with me, so I constantly have that handy. We now roll for an C event, and I lost my charts. There we go. You see events. We are in the sea, and again we are a midshipman, so there's no modifiers. We roll a D12, which is an 8 in the sea. Storm or reef and coast port, but we're not. It's going to be a storm. So we're going to go down here to the storm table. Captain rolls a seamanship die, and the captain's seamanship die is an 8. That's going to be a 3 plus ship speed modifier, which is a 4, so that's a 7. And then we get to add our successes for our seamanship to that. So we've got a 7 right now, and we're going to roll our seamanship, which is a D8. And we get, it's not D10, D8, we get a 5, and that's going to be one more. So we go 7, and we add our seamanship successes, that's 1. So we're going to have an 8. So we look on the storm table, and an 8 is no damage. So we successfully sailed through the storm with no issues. Next, conduct port assignment. Well, we can't. We're not in the port, so we're going to go back up to the top into the healing phase. We're going to go ahead and click another turn off. We don't need healing because our stamina is 100%. We're not in port, so we're going to go straight down here to moving the ship. Going to roll a D6, 2, and add our ship speed 4. That's going to give us a 7, or 6 rather, and that's going to give us only 2. Low going now, so we're going to be down here outside of Vigo. We're going to go ahead and roll for another ship event, or yeah, sea event, and we're in the sea. And we roll a D12, we get a 4. We shipboard life, so we're going to roll in the shipboard life table. We roll a D12 here. This is where a lot of the ratings come in. 9, rival officer, ignore if ship's captain. We are not. So roll social status and integrity. Social status is D6. We roll a 2, that's 0. Get this down here. 2 is a 0. So we suck on that one. And then we got to roll our integrity, which is a D8. And then we got an 8 on that, which means we got 2 successes. So there was 0 and 2 is 2. And we're going to go roll class 2 plus and no effect. So we actually passed with best results on that because this could have been very nasty. And dual. I don't think I have dual in there. Search charts real quick and find out where dual is. Reference. See if I missed a chart. Dual. I see there are lots of calls for it. Dueling. Right there under. I bet you I don't have that one in there. We'll double check my. See, this is good. This happens. I got it. I'm recording it at the same time. Fine tuning. Now you guys won't have to worry about duels, but you can see me struggle with it from time to time, and then you'll know where to look for things. So the duels. Good look at my artwork here. Charts duels. See if I have it. Dueling. Yeah, I do have it. I just don't have it in there somewhere. So I will have to add dueling chart to my charts. Doesn't matter in the long run because you guys will not see it, but I can put that in short rough, and it does not come into play here. We don't get any merit points. We don't get hurt. We didn't duel. So we're going to go ahead and move on. We're not in port yet, so no port assignment. We're going to go back up to the health. We're going to hit the next turn. 4. We don't need to recover any health. We're going to roll. We're not in port, so we don't do any of this. We go to the move ship. We roll d6. We get a 6 plus 4 is a 10 on the move ship chart. That gives us 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to be outside of Gibraltar. We are headed over here to Athens. So we've still got a little ways to go. So we will go now to our Roll for a Sea event. We are in a coast or a port this time. We're in Gibraltar. That's a coast or a port. Oops, not a D6, D12. We roll a 7, storm or reef if coast port. This could be ugly. We are rolling on the reef this time. So we are again, the captain rolling a sailing, which is a D8 for him. It gets a 3. That's not good. 3 plus ship speed modifier is a 4, goes up to a 7. We're still going to be getting hurt here unless we can do something. And then we're going to roll for our successes, and we really need a good roll. And our seamanship is a D8, so we're going to roll a D8, and we're hoping to get at least an 8. I keep forgetting to bring this guy along with us. At least a 6. All we need to do is a 6 or higher on a D8 roll. And we roll a 5, not quite enough. So we're going to have a 6. I say that was 4, 3, 7. Goes up to an 8. An 8 is going to ship suffers 1 structure damage on a roll of 4 to 6. So we may still get out of this one. 4. No. Structure damage. So structure damage is, go to my ship, and that's the structure down here. So damage is actually sails, so we're going to lose 1. That takes us down to 3 now. All right, so we're not yet in port, so we're going to go all the way back up the top. I'm going to click another turn off. We're going to not import, so we're going to go straight down to the move ship. We roll a d6. We get a 4. Plus the 3 is our speed now because we've suffered some damage. So that goes to a 7. On the move ship chart, oops. On the move ship chart, we will go three hexes, or use three movement actions. 1, 2, 3 over to here. We'll be out in the sea. I'm not going to consider that a coastal. Got to have a little more land mass than that, I think. So we're going to roll for a ship event then, or a sea event. And we roll an 8. Another storm. Another storm. Well, we know that one by now, don't we? The captain. Lost my 5th rate frigate, I did. Buried under a window somewhere. There we go. He is a D8. He gets a 6 plus 3 is a... Make sure I'm doing that right, because all of a sudden I don't remember squad again. Storm Reef. And we are actually, I don't know, technically that is a coastal, so I'm going to call it a coastal. We'll have to do the reef roll. Ship speed, and he rolled a 6, goes up to a 9, so already we're good. We can't fail it. And our D8 is a 5, goes up to a 10, so no damage. We survive yet another storm. Stormy weather in the Mediterranean. Imagine that. That's going to take us down to the next turn. We're going to click one more turn off. We're going to do ship movement. We roll d6, get a 2, plus 3 is a 5. It's only going to get us 2 hexes. We'll be in a coastal again. Actually, I think I'm going to move into Palermo, which is a coastal. Pretty sure I'm determined. I wonder if they're going coastal only on these. I ought to double check everything because I don't trust my brain power lately. There's just so much going on. Let's see what a coastal is. Coastal hex, anything with land in it. Yes, sea hex is not. Port hex is anything that has a port in it. So this is a port hex. Okay, I got you. I should have done a port hex earlier, but I think a port hex will be the same as a coastal hex for storm purposes and reefs. So we've moved. We're going to go check for a sea event. D12, 6. Shipboard life. Rolling on the shipboard life, we roll an 11. Bullying superior. Ignore for the ship's captain. We are not. We're going to roll for an integrity and a social status. Again, this is going to be rough because social status, which normally doesn't come into play much, is coming into play a lot. A D6. Oh, we got a 6. That's a nice start. That's two successes right there. And then we're going to do our integrity, which is a D8. And we get a 6 on that also, which is going to be four successes. Pass 3 plus, no effect. So that's good. We didn't lose anything. Some of these are you're just trying not to lose merit points. So we passed that. That is going to take us to the end of that turn because our we're not in our assignment location. We'll go back up to healing. We're going to click another turn off. We don't need to heal anything. We're not in port, so we're going to check a move ship again. We roll a 4. Plus 3 is a 7. 7 is going to give us 3. I know that one. I just can't find my charts now. I lost them. I keep burying them. 7 is going to give us 3 hexes, or three movement points. We're going to get 1, 2, and then we're going to go to anchored. So we have now entered port. Roll for sea event. Still have to roll for sea event. But we are anchored now. That's a D12. We get a 5. That's going to be gather provisions. We're rolling for leadership. Our leadership is 10. So we're going to roll a 1. Ouch. 0 successes on the big one. And we're rolling for integrity D8. We get a 5 on that, so we got 1 success. Not very good. Fortunately, we were just a midshipman, but still. Adequate provisions. Restore 1 cannon or crew, but we don't get any merit points, and we don't need any crew, so that really didn't hurt or help us any whatsoever. We are now in port assignment, so we're going to conduct a port assignment. Make sure I'm reading that right too. Port assignment. I don't want to give anybody bad scoops. So okay, so we got to go to the port assignment table, which is good. I looked at that because I was going to go on the wrong one. That's actually ship assignment. And we're going to other ports. We're going to roll a D12. We get a 9. That's going to return to Portsmouth. So we did successfully deliver our we're not getting good we're not getting good merits and stuff though. We did successfully get our dispatches there, so we're going to go ahead and deliver. We gain 3 merit points. That might help me get promotion. So we're going to go to return to Portsmouth. Oops, didn't need to do that. We can return that to deck. I don't think there's one for returning to Portsmouth. Yeah, escort VIP, a return to Portsmouth. All right, boy, we're going to have to start getting some guys fighting here. Get some points for us. All right, that's going to take us to sequence of play, anchor and port. We had to do that. That's a little. I almost would rather not even use the points for that because um, they come at the end of this in the order. So sometimes the rules are a little funky on that. I used the point to do it, so we're okay. I had the point to do. That's going to obviously take us to the advanced turn marker, so we're going to go back to the top. We are still anchored in port. We have not yet shed our anchor. So we're going to go to turn number 8. We can heal, but our stamina has not suffered. We are in port actions. We can promote or court martial check. So we will go to the charts and we will look for a promotion. We are a midshipman and we get to add 2d6 plus our current merits. We have 5. So 2d6, 8 plus 5 is a 13, well above the requirement necessary. So we're going to get a promotion. So social gets to advance. You see that brings us up to 3rd lieutenant. And we now have a +1 on leadership roles too. So that's good. Once we get promoted, we've got to check for a ship posting. So we got promoted. We're going to roll for a port event. You got to do that before the posting. We're anchored in port. We're going to do 2d6. That's going to be a 1. Attacked by thugs. The appropriate mission table. Go down to attacked by thugs. We roll fighting and shooting. Our shooting is a d8. We get a 7. That's going to be 2 successes. And our fighting is a d6. We get a 6. That's going to be 2 more. So we got 4 successes on that. 4 successes on attacked by thugs. Character dispatches all with no wounds. We gain 2 merits. And I did forget, when we got promoted, we reset the merits. So we're going to start back up by increasing our merits now. All right. That was a good one. Back into our. We can conduct repairs, or we can. Let's determine ship posting, because we can choose to go to another ship now and get a different assignment. So we did get promoted. That is our option now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to try to see if we get a different ship posting. And we are now a third lieutenant, so that's going to give us a different chart to roll on. We roll a d12. We get a 12. That's going to be a first-rate ship of the line. Oh, hell yeah, we will take a first-class ship of the line. We will not be in command. We're going to come over here to the 5th-rate frigate. We're going to get rid of that. We just send him back to the deck, and we don't need to worry about that. And we're going to pull out first-rate ship of the line. So we're going to be on the big boy right now. We're going to set the crew. We got 50 out of 60, so that's not bad. And we are not captain. And captain of a first-class ship of the line is going to be a captain, so we're going to go ahead and draw a random captain over here too. And that is a good captain. Seamanship of 10, leadership of 8, gunnery of 10, shooting of 12, fighting of 10. That's a good captain. So we now also will get a new ship assignment. So hopefully that's better than return to Portsmouth. And we're in another port, so we're going to roll a d10. a D12 rather. And that's going to be a 1, roll for C assignment. I'm going to go over to C, get the C assignment chart down. We are in a first rate ship of the line. So we're going to roll a D12 on that. That's an 11. Squadron convoy, that's a naval convoy. And we're going to be going to destination 2-1. 2-1 is going to be up here in Brest. And we're looking at naval convoy. I can return, we're going to draw that out. Regardless, we need that one. That goes to Brest. We get rid of this because we don't need to worry about that order anymore, because that's on the ship we were on. We just graduated into a better one. We're looking for trouble this time, so we don't want to avoid contact. We want to encourage contact. So we are not able to set sails because we just got a new assignment. So we're going to skip C actions, advance the turn, go back up here to our healing phase. We're going to add another turn in. That's turn 9. Port actions, promotion, or court martial check. We are a 3rd lieutenant, and we have 2 merit points. See if we kissed enough butt here on in port to get anything. To go to a 2nd lieutenant, we get a 14 plus to get up there. So we really need to roll high. But we do get a +1 for our leadership on that. So we roll 2d6. We get a 5, 6, 7, 8. Nowhere near enough. We're going to stay a 3rd lieutenant for a while, which is to be expected. I'll roll for a port event. The port events, we are anchored in port still. D12. And we are a 3rd class, which is still a +0. So we're going to roll a D12, get a 4. That's going to give us ship, not shipboard. We're anchored in port. That's going to give us a gather provisions, which we've done before. We're looking at leadership and integrity. Integrity is a D8. We roll a 5. 5 is going to give us 1 success, and we're going to roll integrity, which is going to be not integrity, leadership, which is a D10. So we got 1 success, 2. Ow, 1 success. Adequate provisions, restore 1 cannon or crew. So we'll go ahead and restore a crew on that one to go up to 51. Replenish 1 crew. All right, next. Determine port actions. I don't really want to waste time sending out a press gang yet. We don't need repairs. We know our ship posting, so we're going to go ahead and set sails. We're going to set sails, go to underway. That's going to cost us 1 of our points. When we get moving, so we're going to move to the sailing. We're going to move our ship. Ship movement, and our ship is +2. We're going to roll a d6. We get a 4. +2 is a 6. We're going to move 2 hexes, one of which is going to be putting up our sails. So we're going to move to, you know what, I'm going to move to open sea. All right. Roll for sea event. Sea event, open sea. We are again 3rd lieutenant, so we got a 0. D12, we get a 10. Enemy in sight, conduct naval battle. See naval battle rules. We're going to go over to naval battles right here. We're going to start with determining. So we're going to be stuck on a rogue sea event for a while. So I'm going to put the sequence of play down. I'm going to go ahead and get our ship here to the send to the battle board. If he doesn't send to the battle board, I'll just have to push him one over there. Alright, let's put him down here, something stupid like that. And let's back this off a little bit because that's pretty aggressive. Alright, now, get rid of this for the time being. Determine opposing ship and random captain. So after determining opposing ship, draw a matching ship card and a random NPO captain counter referring to the captain assignment table. Place them on the naval battle map. If participating in a naval battle where the opposing ship type was not determined, roll in the naval battle opposing ship table below to determine your opposing ship. We do not have one determined, so we are first-rate ship of the line. We're going to probably fight a heavy. We roll a d6. We get a 1. We will. First-rate ship of the line. We come over here to the markers. Ship's enemy. First-rate ship of the line. Set their crew. Actually, we're going to go ahead and just pull this over to the battle board, and then we'll set everything up over here. Set the crew. That's going to be 45 out of 60, so at least we have them on crew right now. And then for a first-rate ship of the line, we're going to draw an enemy captain. And enemy captains are going to be blue. And boy, he's a better captain than I. Boy, this could be problematic. Yeah, we like our battles, but that's how you get points and everything in this game. But this is going to be a tough one. First-rate ship of the line, you're asking for trouble. Fortunately, the player's in here too. So let's go ahead and get the player counter over here so where we can see successes and stuff. We'll get rid of this. We now have our ship determination. We're going to determine the ship's opposing ships battle orders. Roll a 2d6 on the table below to determine the difference of ship's cannon and determine their orders. We have 16, they have 16, so opposing D12, actually it's 2d6, right? Yes, 2d6. He's going to be an 11, and that's going to be 0 to engage. Figures. That's all right. That's what we want. We're on a naval convoy now. We're going to do the same thing to determine theirs. We are on a squadron convoy, so we're just going to engage, determine naval combat table to use. I'm engaging, they're engaging, so we're going to the engagement table. On the engagement table, each ship captain rolls their sailing die plus ship speed. So ours is a D10, the captain, not mine. We get a 9, good roll, plus the ship speed, 10, 11. So we have an 11. And I add my rigging and leadership. So rigging's a D6, and these are successes only that we're adding. We get a 5, that's a good roll. So we got 11, goes up to 12. Sorry about that. And our leadership is a 10, D10. We roll an 8. So from 12, we go up to 14. So we have a 14 now. And they only get to roll the D12 and add that to the ship speed. So D12, he gets an 8, ship speed 9, 10. We're 14 to 10. Win by 4 or more. The winner fires 2 broadside attacks firing first. That's us. We get 2 broadside attacks while the loser fires 1. Winning ship will then grapple opposing ship if equal or more crew with a +1 D6 attack die. Nice. Okay, so we're going to step by step this because I haven't done this a whole lot either. 2 broadsides for us. Roll D6 per cannon, +1 D6 per NPO captain, and PO's gunnery successes. So here's where you start doing a lot of math. I got 16 guns. My captain has an 8 gunnery. No, a 10 gunnery. So we're going to roll in this. That's a 1. He gets 0 successes. My gunnery is a D10. We get a 9. And a 9 is 3 successes. So we've got 16 guns plus our successes is 19. So I'm going to roll for this broadside. I'm going to roll a broadside. I'm going to put in 19. And we are firing on a first-rate ship of the line, and we're firing at a first-rate ship of the line. So anything 4 plus is going to hit. I see I got to change that to a 3 plus. Okay. And that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12 hits out of that's not a bad roll at all. So for each hit, we roll down here for hit determination a d6. So we've got 12 of them to do. First hit, 5. It's going to be structure off of them. That takes them down to sales. Second hit, it's another structure, 5. Third hit, 5. Fives are definitely kicking right now. That's going to be another structure hit. They're down on speed now. Fourth hit, a 4. That's going to be crew. We reduce the ship's crew by 1 and roll a d6. If it's a 1, the captain's wounded. And he is not. So we reduce the ship's crew by 1. Fifth hit, 5. It's going to be another structure damage. Sixth hit, another 5. Wow. Another structure damage. Seventh hit, 1, no effect. Eighth hit, 5, another structure damage. Ninth hit, 5. Wow. Another structure damage. 10th hit, 1, no effect. 11th hit, 12, cannon. Good. Damage 1, lose a cannon. And the last hit, 1, no effect. Second broadside. Um, we're going to roll a 16 still. Captain gunnery is 10. We get 7. That's going to be 2 successes. My gunnery is 10. 6. That's going to be 2 more successes. So that's 16 plus 4 is 20. And we're going to roll broadside for 20 this time. And that's going to give us 3, 6, 9, 12 more hits. All right, here we go. First hit, 6, structure. Damage times 1, they lose more structure. Second, 5, more structure. Damage times 1, goes down to 7. Third hit, 3, crew. Lose a crew. 2, nothing more. Fourth hit, 6, more structure. Seventh hit, or not seventh hit, fifth hit. Trying to cheat on us. 3, that's going to be another crew. And we roll 1. That actually wounds the wounded captains. Take a d10 wound roll. A 5. 5 is going to be a -1 on his stamina. And he goes down to a 5 then. Sixth hit, 3, going to be another crew. We roll a 5, nothing gone there. Seventh hit, 2, going to be a cannon. Good, get them cannon down before they can fire back at me. Eighth hit, 3, going to be a crew. No going on, they don't have a PO on there, so. Ninth hit, 1, no effect. 10th hit, 6, more structure. I think when they go down to if the attacking ship is crippled, I think strike checks. Looking at their current speed, I just don't want to give up bad bad information. I think it'll actually show up as crippled, but I could be wrong on that. Crippled. I have to actually look that up. See, I don't know the rules very well, and I don't profess to, so we will stumble through this together. So, crippled. Actually, I really want to look structure up, I think. I'm going to see if it mentions it in here. If the structure icon becomes okay, see, this is where um, I think I've got that showing up as the icon looking like that. Then it's considered crippled, and I do believe I have that in there. Just I have not, and actually we are already there. Yes, we are. As you can see, there is no longer a solid structure there, so they are crippled. So that's going to hurt them again when they attack us. I don't know. I thought, did I have 2 more attacks yet to go? I think so. I forget now though. You know what? I'm going to take the loss then because I don't remember. I got sidetracked. I hate being sidetracked. So we go back to the engagement table. We fired 2 broadsides while the loser fires 1. So we now got to figure their broadsides out. So he is a first-rate ship of the line, but he is crippled. -1 DRM to each die roll. I got to put that in there too. So it's going to take anything more than a 5 to get it. Against the first rate 4 plus, -1. So it's going to be anything on a 5 plus. All right, he's got +1 per cannon, so they got 14 cannons, and the captain rolls his gunnery, which is 2d12. 1. Boy, did they get a bad roll, so they're going to be rolling for 15. Broadside of 15, and anything over 5 is a hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So they got 6 hits on me. First hit is a 2. 2 is going to be a cannon. Second hit, 6. That's going to be structure or sales, and because I didn't know any better when I put this together, maybe I'll change it, maybe I won't. Third hit, 1, no damage. Fourth hit, 6, a little more structure. Fifth hit, 1, no damage. Sixth hit, 6, a little more structure. All right, then winning ship will then grapple opposing ship of equal or more crew with a +1 d6 attack die. Okay, so we're going to try to grapple them then. We do have that, so I'm going to go in and do a boarding actions. Boarding actions. Based on the results of engagement table, ships may engage in boarding. If engaging ship is the winner, they will grapple, or if their opposing ship or have an equal amount of crew, we do. Conduct the following. Each side refers to the combat attack dice table and attacks and rolls the attack dice indicated by the number of crew soldiers participating in the combat for successes. So each side refers to combat attack dice. Okay, we're boarding with 51. 51 is going to get us 3 die 8 plus 1 die 6. Lots to remember here. 3 die 8 plus 1 die 6. Write that down because we get the 1 die 6 for the extra attack dice. Now, we get to both add our leadership successes. So I'm going to do the captain first. He's got leadership, shooting, and fighting. Leadership for him is 8. He gets a 5. That's 1 success. Shooting is a 12. That's a 7. That's 2 more. That's 3 successes. And a fighting, he's a 10. That's a 1. So he gets 3 successes. Okay, so we're adding 3 successes. Now mine. We are not gunnery, leadership D10, 8. That's going to give us 2 more, 5 successes. Our shooting is a D8, 6. That gives us 7 successes, and fighting D6, 5. Gives us 8 successes. So we're going to add that to the attack dice. And our attack dice, 3D8 plus a D6. Long-winded. 3D8, and we're adding, oh boy, I forgot already, 6. A 9. Oh, that's a D10. D8. 8. 5 is 13. 6 is 19. Plus 6 from our successes. That's 25. And a D6 is 28. So we roll a 28 on their end. They've got 40 guys participate. They're going to have 3D6. 3D6 is going to be a 1. 1. And oh boy, it couldn't have rolled worse than that. That's a 4. Then their captain's going to roll his leadership, which is a 8. No successes. Boy, they're getting their bad rolls. His shooting is 10. No successes. And his fighting is 10. 9. So he gets 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 28 to 7. We win by a little bit more than 6. We have partner side successes, but oh, you know what? No, attack dice. We're looking at successes. So our successes should have been 8, 6, and 5. 8, 6, and 5. No. We'll go a little farther up than that. I lost track. There we go. The D8s. Yeah, 8, 6, and 5 right there. So our successes would have been 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the D6 was 3. No success. So we got 5. And then our successes were 6 on top of that. So we had 11 to their 3. 11 to still 8, over 8. Enemy ship strikes, take D6 minus 1 crew damage. So we get a 4. Minus 1 is a 3, so we're going to lose 3 crew. And we take a D6 minus 1 wound roll, which is a 5 minus 4. We are going to collect a wound. It's going to be a minus 1, so our stamina is going to go down 1. They struck. So determine if combat continues. What doesn't? Determine if combat continues. Naval battle only. Outcome. Player ship was victorious. Roll on table below to determine if participating. Okay. 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we did this. Player ship was victorious. We're rolling on that. We're going to roll 1 die 6. We get a 3. Victory. Um, Roll on row 2 rows below your ship type to determine an enemy ship. If you defeat this ship, your side is victorious. Let's fight another ship. Yeah, but we had a okay. We'd have to go back and fight another one. So we're done with that. We got a victorious. Determine merit points. Ship defeated, first rate. Ship struck, that's 5 points for a first rate. We're not captain, so we don't get tougher. So we're going to go ahead and get 5 extra increased merit points by 5. That's 7 merit points. Captured prizes. We are not the commander of our ship. We may have a chance to sail it back to Portsmouth or Gibraltar. Refer to the prize command table below based on the ship type and your PO's current rank. Roll D6. If the result falls within the range listed, your PO takes command of the prize and must sail it back to Portsmouth. Your crew will consist of half, rounded up, of the prize crew's maximum crew. You must avoid engagements. If you make it back to Portsmouth or Gibraltar, you may turn it over as your port action for the merit points listed. -1 if you turn it over at Gibraltar. We are 3rd class lieutenant, and we got a first rate sloop of the first rate. We're not going to get. We're not going to get to command it. They would only trust us if we had a if we had a higher rank on a or smaller prize. First rate, first rate ship of the lines don't even show up on there. All right, captured. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have wins, so we're done with that. This one can disappear. This can return to the deck. This will go back to the mat. This we can go ahead and return him to. First rate ship of the line. Nice being on a ship of the line. We do got a little bit of damage though to worry about. And I think we may have to just stop there. I would like to get to the end of the turn, but I think that's probably where we're going to have to stop as we've been going on an hour already. So I'll finish that turn on another video. Thanks everybody for joining me. This is Set Sails for Glory by Berserker Games, designed by Eric Van Rossing. I'm trying my hand at a campaign. I may or may not be playing everything right, but we got the general gist of it. This is why I like game turn sequences, because sequence of plays, because I can leave that there and know exactly where I am next time. So thanks everybody for joining me. We will see you next time, and you all have a good night. Thanks for tuning in.